चलिए हम लोग क्लास 8 का लाइट चैप्टर पहुंच चुके हैं 16। आज लाइट चैप्टर पढ़ेंगे, उसके बाद फिर कल 8 क्लास को ख़त्म करेंगे। The world is largest known through the sense. The sense of sight is one of the most important senses. Through it we only rivers, trees, plants, chains, chairs, people, and so many other clouds, rainbows, and birds flying in the sky. At night we see the moon and the stars. We are able to see the world and sentence printed on this page. How is seeing made possible? What making things visible? Have you ever through how we see various objects? You may say that I see the objects, but can you see an object in the dark? Means I alone cannot see any object. It is can the light from the object enter our eyes that we see that object. The light may have been emitted by the object or may have been reflected by it. You learned in class 8 or 7th what a solid or a shiny surface can act as a mirror. A mirror changes the direction a light that falls on it. Equal which direction the light falling on the surface will be reflected. Let us find out. Law of reflection. After striking the mirror, the ray of light reflected another direction. The light says strikes a surface called incident ray. The ray that come back from the surface after reflection is known as reflected ray. Known as reflected ray. Draw line of some position. The incident ray that reflected ray and the plain paper with the help of the front rim of the mirror and the palms. Draw the length and the 90-degree line presented the mirror point where the incident ray struck the mirror. The line is known as normal and the reflected surface of the point. The angle of between two normal and the incident ray is called the angle of incidence. The angle between the normal and the reflected ray is known as angle of reflection. Measure the angle of incident and the angle of reflection. Repeat the activity and line change the intersection. ये angle of incident, ये angle of reflection. ये एंगल ऑफ रिफ्लेक्शन, ये एंगल ऑफ ये रिफ्लेक्टेड रे, इंसिडेंट रे और ये नॉर्मल इधर से लाइट गया, इंसिडेंट इधर से पास किया, रिफ्लेक्टेड। ये एंगल रिफ्लेक्टेड एंगल और ये इंसिडेंट एंगल। डू यू द और ये एंगल सेम होगा, ये एंगल सेम होगा। ये मिलके 90 डिग्री बनाएगा, ये मिलके 90 डिग्री, ये इतना 180 डिग्री। डू यू सी एनी रिलेशन बिटवीन द एंगल ऑफ इंसिडेंट एंड एंगल ऑफ रिफ्लेक्शन आर द अप्रोक्सीमेट इक्वल carried out the calculation? एंगल ऑफ इंसिडेंट इज ऑलवेज इक्वल टू द एंगल ऑफ रिफ्लेक्शन। हाँ, वही चीज़ यहाँ लिखा हुआ है, एंगल ऑफ इंसिडेंट always equal to the angle of reflection. Angle of incident equal to the angle of reflection. दिस इज वन ऑफ लॉ ऑफ रिफ्लेक्शन, और इसी को लॉ ऑफ रिफ्लेक्शन भी कहा जाता है। लॉ ऑफ रिफ्लेक्शन, लॉ ऑफ रिफ्लेक्शन। ये परफॉर्म एक्टिविटी। When the whole sheet of paper is spread on the table, it is spread on plane when incident ray. Hello faith holder, secondary math। क्या secondary math? When a whole sheet of paper is spread on the table, it is represented on plane, the incident ray, the normal at the point of incidence, and the reflected ray are all in this plane. When you bend the paper, you create plane different from the plane which an incident ray normal lies. Then you do not see the reflected ray. What do it incident? It indicates the incident ray, incident and the normal at the point of incidence, and reflected ray lies in the same plane. And the law of reflection, law of reflection पहले बुझा क्लासरूम में with the sun and the source the light instead of the torch you can design the source of light. बुझा remember class 7th and study the feather of the image of the former plane mirror पहले him the who was image erect upside down with the same size and the object did image appear the same distance behind the mirror and the object on mirror could be obtained the screen. Let's understand a little more about the formation of the image by the plane mirror and the following. You may recall that an image formed by the mirror, the left of the object appears on the right and the right appears on the left. This is known as enter inversion, interal lateral inversion, lateral inversion. Right appears left, left object appears to the right, the light appears to the left, known as लेटरल इन्वर्सन। राइट का लेफ्ट, लेफ्ट का राइट दिखाई देता है जब मिरर में, तो उसको लेटरल इन्वर्सन कहते हैं। इन्वर्सन, लेटरल इन्वर्सन जैसे एम्बुलेंस में होता है और भी बहुत सारी चीज़ में होता है। We all the parallel rays reflected from the for irregular surface are the not parallel. The parallel are known as diffused और irregular को diffused कहते हैं। Reflection, remember the diffuse reflection. Do not failure of the law of reflection. It is caused by the irregularities of the plane surface like the cardboard. The other hand, reflection from a smooth surface like that the mirror is called irregular reflection. Image are formed by the regular reflection. Image जो बनता है regular reflection से image बनता है। Do you see all objects due to reflected light? Here will everything is around us and the reflected light. One example, receive the light of sun reflected, thus how the sun one object, the sun and light on the object called the illuminated object. Where the other object or the light of the sun is flame on the candle or the electric lamp. Their eyes see the object, their light known as luminous object. Reflected light can be reflected again. Reflected light can be reflected again. Recall the desert shape in the front of a mirror after a Hi Gomez. Hi. After your cut is complete, see whole mirror behind you, so you are the hair see been cut. You do not put their hair back the hair. Can you recall having constructed a Periscope as extend activity in class. Periscope makes two plane mirrors. Can you explain how reflection from the two mirrors enable to see objects which are not visible directly? Periscopes are used in submarine. Text are also outside. Multiple images. You are aware that the plane mirror forms a single image object. What happened to plane mirrors used combined? Can you explain the back to the hair drops? It is ideal image mirrors placed angle of the one another meter. Periscope to the macro footprint. You are also periscope. You can go ready when you do the all deep pause in the hall. You will be able to see variety of pattern in the cube and intersecting feathers of the kaleidoscope is the never be same pattern again. This is of the wallpaper of fabric and the artist often a kaleidoscope idea of new pattern that are attractive and converted to kaleidoscope and the color paper. Sunlight white or light colored, white or colored, sunlight white or colored. In classes where light sunlight reflected and the pressure you are consider the colors is another activity. Another activity is consider several colors. What is inside our eye? We see things only when light coming from the enters eye. I see coming our most important sensor on the different to understand the structure of working wide is a spherical shape. What eye or white automatic protect interior of the eye incident transparent part of the transparent part of current cortalia and this mirror of the light prism breaks into light into the colors spectrum into the colors known as dispersion of light. Rainbow is the natural phenomenon of dispersion. Rainbow. Natural phenomenon. Right. What is inside our eye? We see things coming from the enters eye is the most important sense of organ. The important understand working tree or the most spherical or the quarter of the organ. Transparent frontal is called transparent front. Transparent front cornea. Transparent होता cornea transparent होता. Behind the cornea, dark muscular. Behind the cornea, muscular structure called iris. Muscular structure called iris. The iris there is small opening called pupil. The size of pupil controlled by the iris. पुपिल को कंट्रोल आइरिस करता है. पुपिल को कंट्रोल कौन करता है? आइरिस करता है. The iris is the part of eye which gives the distinctive color. Distinctive color. When we say that a person has green eyes, we are actually the color of iris. Iris control amount of light entering into the eye. Ciliary muscles, iris, lens, cornea, nerve optic retina, human eye. Behind the pupil of the eye is lens is thicker in the center. What kind of lens thicker in the center? What to recall the sense? Focus Lens light on the back of the eye. On the layer is retina. The retina contains Several nerves contains several nerves. Sensation left from the nerve cells. Transmission of the brain through the optic nerve. Two kinds of cone cells and rod cells. Two kinds of cells, cone cells and rod cells. Which sensation of bright light sensitive to bright lights, and rod cell which sensitive to dim light. Bright light का sensitive, dim light का sensitive. कौन सा senses color at the junction of optic nerves. इसका junction कहाँ से optic nerve से. And the retina, there are no sensory cell, no vision is possible at the spot. This is called blind spot. The existence can be considered follow. That an impression of an image does not vanish immediately from the retina. It presents about 1/6 of the second. For the image of the flash of the eye, get first solar person of the eye, the perception. The movie that we see are actually the number of separate pictures in proper sequence. They are made to the move across the eye, usually the rate of pictures per second than the solar per second we have the picture. Nature has provided eye with eyelids, prevent light entering the eye. Eyelids also sort of light or modified. Eye is such a wonderful instrument that a normal clear field is missed from the where and nearby. The minimum distance of the eye can be objective still varies as the comfortable the rate with the normal about the 25 centimeter normal. Comfortable distance at which one read with the normal eye 25 centimeter. Some person can comfortable distance देखने का comfortable distance है normal इंसान normal eye 25 सेंटीमीटर और फोकल लेंथ कितना होता है 2 सेंटीमीटर. फोकल लेंथ 2 सेंटीमीटर होता है. फोकल लेंथ फोकल लेंथ 2 सेंटीमीटर. A person has the close their sun, they cannot distinguish objects clearly, and another person can see nearby clearly, then the distance object whether suitable effective later eyes can be counted. Some perceive it at the old age, and eyelids become foggy. Second eyelids is cloudy. When the happens, person said to the cataract motiabind loss of vision. Some extremely severe. It is possible defect is opaque lens. Remove the new artificial lens. Insert modern technology made of procedure simpler, safer. Care of the eyes. Necessary to prepare of the eye problem solution. Avoid the suitable effect to my eye. Sufficient light cause eye can become pulse. फॉस्फोरस को किसमें स्टोर करते हैं? सोडियम और पोटासियम के सोडियम और पोटासियम
नॉन मेटल है
हाँ. Animal have eye is served in different ways. Crabs are very small and animal tools crabs. Crab can sense enemies and butterflies have a large eyes. Butterflies have a large eyes, seems to be made up of the thousands of little eyes. They can be usually found outside of the back wheel. At night, bird owl, we can see very well. We see very well at night, but not during the day. On the other hand, we light birds, kite, eagle, can see well during the day and not at night. The owl has large cornea. अच्छा, large cornea होता है owl के पास large cornea होता है, large cornea and large pupil. Pupil भी large होता है, cornea भी large होता है. उसका allow more light, आई more light, ज़्यादा ये बड़ा होने की वजह से ज़्यादा लाइट एंटर करता है. Also on the retina and a large number of rods and only the few cones. The day birds on the other hand has more of few rods. Lambs and eyes of butterfly. Yeah, eye of butterfly. Lambs will laser touch on your retina. Do you take the sun powerful of light directly? Nerve rub eye according to the doctor. Again, read the normal distance of the vision to each other. Will under diet and the present some components and may suffer lack of vitamins. Vitamin A becomes a food stuff for many troubles. Most common night blindness. Vitamin A की कमी से क्या होता है? Night blindness. Night blindness. Raw carrots, broccoli, and green vegetables such as spinach and raw curd liver oil. Curd liver oil rich vitamin A. Rich vitamin A. Curd liver oil rich vitamin A. Eggs, milk, curd, cheese, butter, and fruits such as papayas, mangoes are the rich vitamin A. Rich vitamin A. इस सब में विटामिन ए ज़्यादा होता है. Usually impaired person read right. इसमें आउल में उल्लू में क्या होता है? लार्ज कॉर्निया और लार्ज पोपिल. उसकी वजह से जो है आया ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लाइट इंटर करता है, जिसकी वजह से रोड सेल ज़्यादा हो जाता है और बिल्कुल रात में दिखाई देता है. रोड सेल कौन सेल. विटामिन ए से क्या होता है? नाइट ब्लाइंडनेस होता है. लाइट ब्लाइंडनेस होता है. वेजिटेबल ऑयल से स्पिनच कॉड liver oil, vitamin A, eggs, gut, some person including children can visually impair. Person cannot since birth where they lose eyesight or become disease. Vitamin A is a person identified things carefully overlap and their absences or more supply and high variation enable and the most popular resources for visibility challenge for is Braille. Louis Braille himself visually challenged person. Develop a system for visually challenged person. Braille system has 30 dots patterns which are personal characters. Each character presents a letter combination letter with variable between dots and vertical and on the below. And present was adopted in the Institute Braille course, common language, mathematics, and scientific notation. Indian language has become Braille system. Visually impaired learn the Braille system. Braille system beginning with the letters, special characters, and the letter combination method depends on touching each category. Braille text provide the hand of machines. Typewriter like the device of printing machines is not developed. Some visually impaired Indians have the great achieve and the credit. Divakar, which are proven image performed the singers. रविंद्र जैन born completely visual impaired और often disability. प्रभाकर डिग्री इलाहाबाद में दर्शन एक्सेलराइटिक सिंगर म्यूजिक कंपोजर. आडवाणी लाल आडवाणी हमसे visual impaired association with specialty contributed different UNESCO and Alan Kira becomes a light is reflected all surface resolution or light in the corner for is regular surface during the several surface related reflected surface incident reflected normal unreflected surface or the plane mirror undergoes under which multiple images beautiful patterns from the telescope light over 7 colors. Stages of the light consist colors dispersion of light parts of cornea, eyes, pupil, lens, retina, nervous nearby the system of the brain system is very close to the system of functional environment. Louis Braille challenge Braille system विटामिन ए की कमी से क्या होता है ब्लाइंडनेस और कैरेट ब्रोकली ग्रीन वेजिटेबल्स स्पिनच कॉड लिवर ऑयल विटामिन ए की मात्रा ज़्यादा होता है एग मिल्क कॉड चीज़ बटरफ्लाई फ्रूट्स पपाया मैंगो ये सब में विटामिन ए होता है ऑयल में लार्ज कोर्निया लार्ज कोर्निया भी है कोर्निया diffusion of light incident behind the cornea muscular structure called iris there is a small opening called the pupil the size of pupil is controlled by the iris pupil को कौन कंट्रोल करता है iris the nerve is distinct color and the color green eyes and actually color iris control the amount of emitting and light emitting of the nerve cell retina and the retina contains several and the large cell vitamin brain and the optic nerve cones and the sensitive of light sensitive of dim light sensitive optic nerve retina no sensitive no vision. चलिए तो ख़त्म हो गया ये लाइट चैप्टर मिलते हैं कल ख़त्म करना है ठीक